When you think of the Los Angeles Dodgers, what comes to mind is excellence, tradition, and a pitching rotation capable of intimidating any opponent. But even the most powerful teams face unexpected challenges. This year, the most talked about story revolves around Rōki Sasaki, the young Japanese talent who arrived with a reputation as a phenom, promising to be the team's future ace. At 23 years old, Sasaki seemed destined to dominate the mound, but reality has shown that not everything happens at the pace expected. Between injuries, adjustments, and sky-high expectations, what was supposed to be a triumphant debut has turned into a strategic dilemma for the franchise. After just 8 games in the MLB, Sasaki is already facing criticism and doubt. His 4.72 ERA does not match the hype that followed his signing, and now he finds himself on the injured list due to a shoulder issue. Surprisingly, rumors of potential trade are already circulating, something nobody would have imagined so early in a rookie's career. This is one of those moments where talent, opportunity, and strategic necessity intersect in unexpected ways. The situation with the Dodgers does little to ease the pressure. The team's rotation is saturated with stars. Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Shohei Ohtani, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Emmett Sheehan make up a group any team would love to have. With so many high-quality options, the space for Sasaki to establish himself gradually is almost non-existent. He cannot simply develop at his own pace. Every outing on the mound is observed, analyzed, and compared with his teammates, and every mistake is magnified. If the rotation challenges weren't enough, the bullpen adds another layer of concern. Blake Trinan, who was crucial in the previous year's World Series victory, has posted a 5.55 ERA and has accumulated losses in critical moments. Manager Dave Roberts made it clear that he needs to carefully decide who to use in high-pressure situations, indicating that every choice on the mound will have direct consequences for the season. For a team aiming for another championship, every pitcher must justify their presence and contribute measurably. Sasaki, however, is no ordinary pitcher. His arrival in the MLB brought with it the weight of elite Japanese talent. He is capable of throwing with triple-digit velocity, despite still playing at a high level. He has shown flashes of that potential during his rehab in AAA, when he pitched 2 scoreless innings, hitting 100 miles per hour again. This reminds everyone of just how high his ceiling is, and why he remains an extremely valuable asset, even after a rocky start. But the challenges cannot be ignored. The shoulder injury has affected his consistency and reduced his velocity, making it harder for him to establish himself in the already solidified Dodgers rotation. Henry Palatella, from Dodgers Way, summed up the situation accurately. He cannot be counted on or formally planned for. The rotation has functioned well without him, but Sasaki's trade value may never be higher than it is right now. In other words, the franchise is at a critical moment where the timing of any action could determine both the team's and the player's future. The Dodgers' strategic approach reflects the complexity of this dilemma. One solution being explored is testing Sasaki as a reliever, taking advantage of his powerful arm in high-pressure situations. With this strategy, he can help stabilize the bullpen while simultaneously increasing his trade value should the team decide to move him. Imagine a young pitcher still adjusting, throwing 2 or 3 critical innings in decisive games while simultaneously showing scouts from other teams his true potential. It is a move that combines pragmatism and boldness, typical of teams competing for a championship that cannot wait for gradual talent development. However, this decision is not without risks. Sasaki is still inexperienced, and placing him in high-stakes situations could affect his progress and increase pressure on his injured arm. At the same time, if successful, this strategy offers a team 2 simultaneous opportunities: solve immediate bullpen problems and maintain, or even increase Sasaki's value as a trade asset. To better understand his potential, it is useful to compare Sasaki with other pitchers who arrived in the MLB with high expectations. Shohei Ohtani, in his first years, combined velocity, control, and versatility, becoming an almost instant phenom. Tyler Glasnow also experienced ups and downs, but in every moment of brilliance, he showed how a young arm can shift the balance of a game. Sasaki is at that same level of expectation and capability, able to impress in any inning, but still needing adjustments to cope with the pace and intensity of the league. The numbers reinforce this narrative. In 8 games, Sasaki posted a 4.72 ERA, a 1.38 WHIP, and 35 strikeouts in 38 innings, with an average fastball velocity of 97 miles per hour, reaching 100 miles per hour in some instances. During his AAA rehab, 2 scoreless innings show that his arm still maintains peak performance. These stats reveal the duality of Sasaki: raw, proven talent, but inconsistent when placed under pressure. A trade emerges as a strategic possibility, though a risky one. The rotation is already solid, and the bullpen shows vulnerabilities, making Sasaki an extremely valuable asset. Trading him could bring top-level prospects or major league-ready pitchers, increasing the team's flexibility and strengthening the pursuit of a championship. It is a decision that requires balancing patience for talent development with the need for immediate results. Palatella emphasizes, it would be a tough pill to swallow a year after signing him, but it may be the best of franchise's future. This phrase captures the essence of the dilemma. A promising talent can be leveraged strategically to further strengthen an already strong team, ensuring short-term stability and performance, even if it means giving up a future ace. Looking ahead, there are basically two paths for Sasaki. He could be tested as a reliever with the Dodgers, contributing critical innings, gaining experience, and helping the bullpen while maintaining or increasing his trade value. Or he could become a trade piece, giving the Dodgers the opportunity to acquire new talent and immediately reinforce the team. Both scenarios carry risks and opportunities, and every decision will directly impact the season and the franchise's future. What makes this story fascinating is seeing how a rookie, months after his debut, becomes central to discussions about trades, tactics, and strategic planning. Sasaki, even with struggles, remains a valuable asset whose trajectory will be closely watched by fans, analysts, and rival teams. Every pitch, every inning, and every managerial decision could alter the course of his career and the Dodgers season. For fans, following Sasaki is more than watching a rookie. It is witnessing the complexity of modern baseball, where talent, strategy, injuries, and timing intersect. Every game, every mound appearance, and every trade decision has consequences, and Sasaki has become, in just a few months, one of the most intriguing figures in MLB. His story is a reminder that even with exceptional skill, baseball demands a balance between potential and reality, patience and pragmatism, and both short and long-term strategic vision. As the season progresses, fans will watch to see if Sasaki establishes himself as a reliever, finds his place in the rotation, or becomes a key piece in a strategic trade to strengthen the team. Regardless of what happens, his journey is already remarkable and promises to be decisive in the recent history of the Dodgers. So that's it, everyone. Rōki Sasaki arrived with the expectation of being a phenom, and has already become one of the most talked about figures in MLB. Between injuries, adjustments, and bold strategies by the Dodgers, his career is at a critical point, and the coming months will be essential in defining his future, whether on a mound in Los Angeles or elsewhere. Every pitch, every decision, and every inning could rewrite his trajectory in the Dodger season. If you want to follow this story closely, don't miss a single detail. Like the video, share it with friends, and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth MLB analysis, trades, and behind-the-scenes baseball coverage you won't find anywhere else.